And we have in the parcel another parcel. Woo! Alright guys, so today's video is a pretty special one, a pretty exciting one. Now this opportunity came about literally 2 weeks ago. So a very quick turnaround. This is one of those things where I just had a bit of intuition, I just felt it in my waters, reached out to this person, they gave me the opportunity, and without missing a beat, I just had to have it. Now, obviously you see the thumbnail, you see the title, you know exactly what we're gonna be unboxing or unsatcheling today. But before we get to that, I wanna introduce you to makeup effects artist Bill Forsch, or William Forsch. So this dude has done it all when it comes to the 80s, 90s, 2000s, when it comes to makeup special effects stuff. Most notably Friday the 13th Part 6, where he was enlisted to help create Jason's iconic hockey masks seen in the film. Not only that, he went on to do A Nightmare on Elm Street for The Dream Master, assisting with Robert Englund's makeup application, as well as Robert Englund's stunt double in the makeup department, as well as various other effects gags throughout the film. Now, the cool thing is, Bill's been a Facebook friend for many, many years, and I love seeing his posts. He posts a lot of memories and things that he's had in his collection, things that he's worked on. And the dude was in his mid to early 20s, I think, when he worked on A Nightmare on Elm Street 4. As you can see right here is a still of him and Robert Englund in the makeup trailer. The dude can wear a tank top like there's no tomorrow and has a glorious head of hair on him and like true 80s style, just looking like an absolute makeup weapon and a half. So a couple of weeks ago, I just had a feeling I wanted to acquire something that could be a nice little investment, but also a production piece. I'm always on the hunt for production pieces, so please keep that in mind if you possibly have something from Elm Street or another horror franchise that I'd be jonesing over. So I reached out to Bill. I'm like, hey man, do you have anything from Elm Street 4 laying around? Always interested, always fascinated. He comes back and he goes, yep, I've got this piece. And instantly I'm like, how much? He told me a price. It was a damn fair price. Paid him straight away. And literally 2 weeks later, here we are. Now, like I said, you know what the title suggests what it is, the thumbnail as well. So I'm not going to waste any more time. Nice little intro to Bill. So let's open this up. I'm very excited. Like, this is something so damn cool. And I have owned pieces like this, but on a much bigger scale in the past. But times were a little different back then in like 2012, where the economy was, you know, not as bad as it is now. But without further ado, let's just get this out because I've had this here for 2 days and I'm not coping with it just sitting here. And we have in the parcel another parcel. Woo! Oh, wow. We got, oh my God. Oh, shit. We got a lot of goodies in here. Oh, okay. Fuck. Okay. Bill's hooked me up, man. Oh, wow. Okay, so Bill has included the famous home movies of the making of A Nightmare on Elm Street 4 that he filmed. So clips of these are readily available on YouTube. I'm actually going to include them in this video when I explain what this exact piece is. But yeah, a signed copy of behind the scenes of A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, which is very, very cool. So yeah, it was all home movie stuff that Bill shot on the set. It's very candid, very cool to see just how chill everything seemed on set. Probably fueled by a lot of white substance, but hey, it was the 80s. Okay, I just did a quick little check because we've got some other pieces to show as well. And I was like, where's the actual piece that I've bought, and it's actually hiding in here. So I've also got a signed pic of Bill and Robert, which is very cool. Freddy K lives, Robert Englund. So that's a reprint of Robert's signature, but Bill has gone ahead and signed this piece here. There's this photo of him and Robert in the makeup trailer, which is very, very cool. Next up, we've got some behind the scenes shots of Bill working on the set of Elm Street 4, most notably the end sequence when the arms, the souls of the children come out of Freddy, which this particular piece is part of that sequence. So yeah, very, very cool to see. And I'll also overlay some photos I found online. But there you go, you see Bill working with the puppet there that rips Freddy's face apart. Now, there's a photo of Bill working on the stunt double, Robert Englund's stunt double, applying his makeup, which is very cool. Reading an issue of Fangoria about critters too. I love that. It's a great shot there of Bill holding what looks like a prop arm with the glove on it. Another candid shot of him and Robert. I love that. I love that Robert is wearing cowboy boots and jeans, the Freddy sweater and the Freddy makeup. We've got a newspaper article as well about Bill and his journey as a makeup artist. Now, this is another thing as well, and I'll leave the link down below to Bill's eBay store. So he has a massive Life Mask collection. It actually sells copies of the life casts online. So we've got everything. We've got like Alfred Hitchcock, we've got Arnold Schwarzenegger, Ben Affleck, like the list, like we've got a lot here. Mark Hamill, Uma Thurman, Tracy Lords, Steve Martin. So like I'm just quickly going through everything. Tom Hardy, Robert Englund full head life cast, bust from Freddy vs. Jason. So Bill actually also worked on the Elm Street remake. I think he was in the lab doing the appliances for Jackie Earle Haley. So again, the dude's done it all. Like he's had quite the career, quite the experience as well. I believe he went to Hollywood when he was in his mid-teens and he just wanted to be a makeup artist and create monsters. So there we go. That is Bill's journey. And now we're going to journey into taking this piece out finally. So I'm actually going to read the Certificate of Authenticity from Bill himself. Certificate of Authenticity. This original sweater piece was made for use in the 1988 production of A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master. And there's a little embossed stamp there as well. So here we go. Oh. There we go. Look at that. So guys, what I have here is a piece of Freddy Krueger's sweater that was left behind during the filming for the end sequence of A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, when the souls of the children rip out of Robert Englund, rip through the sweater, and pin him against that facade in the church. This was left over because the sweater was just in ruins, in tatters and everything from the little prop puppet arms coming all out. And Bill and a few other cast members kept pieces of the remnants of the screen use sweater that Robert was wearing. And here we have one of the pieces here, which is so damn cool. Now, keep in mind, there were the shots of the little puppet arms coming out of Robert wearing that particular sweater, which is a scary cover that you see right here. But then also there was a giant torso that the crew built where they had life-size models pushing their way out through the rubber membrane. So they'd cut between Robert and then cut between that oversized giant torso. But this is so damn cool to have. This is absolutely beautiful, guys. This is technically older than me. Like, they shot Elm Street 4 in 1988. And I was born in December, so I was chilling in my mum's stomach when this was all being shot. So this is absolutely incredible. Again, the opportunity came up to acquire this from Bill Forsh, and I just had to jump on it. Just having a piece of Elm Street history, not only that, from the earlier Elm Street films. Like, obviously, I've got the production script, one of the earlier drafts of Freddy's Dead, but to have something that was screen used, possibly screen used, well, on set as well, and left over from a famous beautiful practical effect from the Elm Street franchise. I just love how vivid the red and green are. It's just so beautiful, man. And there's even like bits of weathering on the red portion of the sweater. You can see like staining, soiling, and stuff like that. This is just absolutely incredible, man. And just it's just weird holding it here. It's come all the way from Los Angeles and then to where Bill resided in the United States and now Sydney, Australia. It's just insane. Now, I did mention at the beginning of the video, I have owned similar pieces like this in a much larger scale. I actually started out with a little swatch that was cut from a screen-used Freddy vs. Jason sweater. So when Freddy vs. Jason came out years later, that some collector got one of the screen-used sweaters, cut them up. Look, I don't really believe that's a good idea, but back then I just wanted a piece of something. Cut to 2012, I actually got the opportunity to buy a screen-used Freddy vs. Jason sweater, most notably the one-arm sweater where Freddy's arm gets cut off, and he's like, "Not my arm!" And it was made for production. I believe it was used on set. And this was at a time in 2012 where our dollar and the US dollar was dollar for dollar. And I bought it, I'm all for transparency. I bought it for like $4,500. And now, and I'm kicking myself, I wish I still had it. And then a few years later, bills came up and I just had to sell it. And I broke even, again, all for transparency. I broke even, which is still pretty good. But man, I wish I had held on to that fucker. It would have just gone up in value. And again, this is at a time when it was dollar for dollar. It was a good time to buy stuff from the States. So when this opportunity came up to acquire this piece from an earlier Elm Street film from, 37 years ago, I had to jump on it. Even though it's a tiny little piece, it's still something, and it's absolutely beautiful just to hold in my hand and have it here and have all this beautiful documentation from a very talented makeup artist. Sorry, I know I'm being a bit silent, but I'm also just looking at the back as well, where you can see like the overstitched line where there's a line of green, and I'll overlay with B-roll footage, of course. But man, and like it's a decent sized piece as well, because like those pieces of the Freddy vs. Jason sweater is a tiny little piece. I've even seen pieces of an Elm Street 4 sweater similar style and size, like, you know, the size of like a 20-cent piece, whereas this is just damn impressive. And again, like the sweater was torn to shit when they filmed that effect, so there were just pieces of it everywhere. So it just made sense that Bill and some of the other crew members just walked around and were like, so cool, man. This is so cool. Like, it's such an honor to have this piece and to have it in the collection. So in terms of how I want to display this, I'm thinking of possibly utilizing my original Australian Elm Street 4 VHS. I would like to find another copy where it includes the yellow clamshell case, because when these videos first hit the shelves back in the late 80s, the Aussie ones came with a yellow clamshell case. So this is a replacement one. This is how I found it anyway, at a pawn store years and years ago when I was in high school. So I would like to possibly have it in a shadow box with the VHS, the sweater piece, and a screen grab from the film of the end sequence with that particular effect when Robert's getting torn apart by the souls of the children. So yeah, and also guys, I'm open to suggestions. Like, let me know how you think I should display it, or give me some suggestions of how you think I should display it. But yeah, I think they look nice in a very nice looking clean shadow box. Again, the VHS, the sweater piece, and a still or a frame, something like that from the film. And there you go, guys. That is the latest acquisition in the collection. A massive thank you to Bill Forsh for giving me the opportunity. Again, it was just serendipitous, and I just had an inkling, and I just reached out to him. And again, within 2 weeks, here we are with a piece of Elm Street 4 history, which is just amazing. I know it's a little piece, but you know how I jones over these things, guys. It's just so cool to see, and I hope you guys got a jonesing out of this too. So yeah, very cool little piece. Let me know down below how you think I should display this piece. Give me some ideas. Always open to some feedback and ideas, and spitball some ideas around with designs and stuff like that. But there you go. A little screen use piece of Freddy's sweater from A Nightmare on Elm Street 4. Love you guts, and I'll catch you in the next one.